children have amazing imaginations, and my next guest seeks to help children develop their creative ability by teaching them how to express themselves with words. Joining us is author, speaker, and purpose coach, Margaret G. Green. Welcome, Maggie.
Hi, are you Sarah?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So glad that you're here today. You've got quite a story to share with us today, and all the great things about you that we're going to go into in a minute. End up, you're going to share this with children. You do share with children, but you're going to have a specific camp for kids this summer right here in St. Louis area. So we're going to talk about that in a minute. But first, let's talk a little bit about you, because you and I have been chatting, and your story is really it's really interesting. So a few years ago, you were given just a 5% chance to live. Is that right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I went in for a routine doctor's visit, and of course, I was having just some intermittent pain, very slight, wasn't nothing major, but I just kind of decided to get it checked out, and they said, hey, we'll go ahead and run a CAT scan just to make sure.
Had the pain been going on for a while, or was it just like sudden, like one day?
It kind of been going on for a while, but it was just very slight to the point where it's like, maybe it's nothing.
Right.
And so they ran a test just to make sure. And so they came back and said, hey, you don't have appendicitis, but we do have something to tell you. And what they came back and told me was that you have a AAA, which is a abdominal aortic aneurysm that is dissecting, meaning you have a tear in one of your main arteries.
And when that happens, that's it.
Yes.
It's fatal.
Yeah,
right.
it's fatal.
There's no stopping it.
It's no stopping it. And so, but that wasn't it. And they said, oh, by the way, you also have multiple blood clots in both your lungs and one next to your heart. And so.
And you had no idea.
I had no idea.
And nobody would. I mean, those things are kind of silent killers. Yeah.
Oh, both of them are silent killers. So here it is. You have two diseases or illnesses that are combating one another. You can die from both. Even if you try to fix the one, you would die of the other, vice versa. And that was what I was told. So I was given a 95% chance that I wouldn't make it.
And you walked out of that doctor's office feeling like there is no treatment for this. I've got a very slim chance of living. How did that feel? How did that impact you? I mean, I can't even imagine.
Well, at first, first thing, it was like, Lord, God, really? This can't be real. But then reality really did set in. It's like, hey, you have a choice to make. You could either live your life worried every day, depressed every day, or you can start speaking life over yourself, speaking life over the things that you know you've been called and created to do.
So you chose the latter.
I chose that 5% that they gave me, that 5% life. I used that 5% to start speaking words of affirmation, words of encouragement into my own life, and different things that I would get in prayer and begin to just declare those things over myself.
So you took a very positive outlook to a very grim situation.
Yes.
And I mean, it's things that we tell ourselves to do, right? The words of affirmation, the daily meditation, but you actually took that to heart and you did it.
Yes.
And so what did that look like every day for you?
Oh man, it looked like, waking up, getting on my knees, saying thank you, God, for another day. It looked like, hey, you're going to make it. You have purpose. You have promise. You have life. These are the words I would speak to myself. I would get in the mirror purposely and say, hey, you're beautiful. You shall live and not die. And
so not why me, pity me. It was the opposite. So, and then you became, so we're going to fast forward a little bit. I mean, we'd love to spend 30 minutes on your story. But you ended up writing these to inspire others. So tell us a little bit about this book, Speak into Your Own Life. And why don't you hold it up for the camera so we can capture that?
So Speak into Your Own Life, of course, the 5% is what I use to write this book. And I call it my 5%er book. The 5% chance of life they gave me, I said, well, you know what? Why not use that 5% and inspire others to speak into their life? Because we all have purpose, and there's no reason why you shouldn't know that. And so I wrote this daily devotional, and it's prophetic, it's inspirational, and it's really been changing lives. And for that, I'm so grateful.
So how long did it take you to write this book?
So it took me probably almost a year.
Okay. So during that year.
So during that time, that year and a half, during that time, it's
Yeah.
every day
Yes.
writing.
All right, we're going to take a quick break right now, Maggie. We're going to come back and talk about your children's book, which
Yes.
leads us into the very exciting children's camp that you're going to offer this summer here in
Yes.
St. Louis. So stay with us at STL Live. We'll have more with Maggie and Little Maggie's Kids Book Writing Club and Camp. We're going to talk about that right after this break. Stay with us.